Good morning. Good morning. How are you? Welcome to Coffee and Cookies. My countdowner got distracted.
It got really distracted. Very distracted. Yes.
I'm Lindsay. Welcome to Coffee and Cookies. If you haven't yet, you should grab some coffee. I have mine. Nick has his. And join us in some leadership conversation today and some parenting.
And some marketing.
It's going to be a great show. So get settled in and hang on.
She's saying that because of me. She's saying that completely because of me. Good morning, everyone. My name is Nick. Welcome to Coffee and Cookies. And you know, it's great because here we are in this digital age, and we have things to talk about.
And we're just jumping right in.
And we're going to jump right in. We're going to jump right in, okay? So, hi, my name's Nick. I'm a marketing guy. And I love marketing. I like creating funnels. I like creating ROI for people. I love it when we spend X dollars and we create and we 10X things and we 20X things. But in doing so, because I'm in marketing, I believe that there is an etiquette you should have on social media. Okay. And maybe I just have an unrealistic expectation. I don't know. So, this show has been growing. My messages have been blowing up. We're about to have my executive assistant actually start monitoring my Facebook messages now, just to make sure we can reply back to everyone, because I need help in that area. Because goodness gracious, how many websites have we built this week? 2, 3. Mm-hmm. We're about to start our fourth one just in 2022. Like, this has been a mad rush getting stuff done for people,
which is great,
which is awesome. Highly blessed, highly blessed to be so busy I cannot keep up with my social media and I need help. Okay, so we're gonna do a little split screen action, because as pretty as I am, I know y'all want to see Lindsay too. So let's talk about this, okay? There is a marketing etiquette that needs to be established. When you first,
according to you,
according to me, you are getting a Nickism, right? You are getting a Nick. Here's Nick's standards, right? Mm-hmm. If you come into my household, there are standards in the way we talk to our kids.
That is true,
right? If you are around me, there's a standard in the way that we talk to people. There's a standard in the way that we elevate people, mm-hmm. and there's a standard in the way that we discipline people. And Lindsay, you should see Lindsay probably nodding her head because she's very familiar with this. Okay? Because she's my neighbor as well. Our families do life together.
Yes.
We do life together. We do. Okay? So if you go to my LinkedIn, I have a disclaimer on my LinkedIn. I have a disclaimer. And if you want to go find it.
Sounds so funny.
If you want to go find it. What?
I have a disclaimer.
I do.
I'm warning you before you get connected with me.
I am. I'm warning you. I have 2 disclaimers. Are you ready for the first one? The first one is, I am 100% sure that if you bring me into any situation, I will have a positive impact on you. Okay? Now, positive impact does not always mean you're going to feel jolly. Sometimes that positive impact is stretching you out a little bit, is pushing you to that next level, is helping you level up, is helping you rise up, and then is helping you crush it. Okay?
Jolly.
Where
did that come from?
I actually have a story for that, and we'll talk about that story later.
We have
okay?
so much to talk about.
We
do.
Keep
going.
Okay? Just remember the word jolly. Okay? The next thing is here's my second one. Know that I teach marketing. Before message me, please stop and think. Would I want Nick to show this online as an example of what to do? Right? Positive. If yes, then send me your message. Connect with me. If no, then don't.
Those are his first 3 lines.
Those are my first 3 lines. And here,
so it's not like, oh, you have to read his bio to get, that is the first thing you read when you go and look at his information.
Absolutely, because I firmly believe in setting the expectation, right? So we're going to do a little refresh right here. So that's on my LinkedIn. And honestly, I've had people message me going, oh my goodness, I read your bio. That was so smart. I'm sure it stops a lot of sales, and people can be weird when they're behind a screen and a keyboard. Okay.
You know, it's funny. It really doesn't. I mean, it does, but it does, but he still gets sales. He
I still get
gets sales pitches.
And I tell them, thank you for sending me this. I'm going to use this as an example of either what to do or what not to do. Mm-hmm. I tell them, I'm not going to sugarcoat it. I'm going to let them know. Right. Mm-hmm. So here we are on Facebook now. And I'm seriously thinking I'm going to have to do this on Facebook. I'm going to have to put this disclaimer in.
Well, I think Facebook has changed from people use it for their website. People use it for their businesses. People are doing that more often because I think people are getting out of that corporate workspace area and they're like, I want to start my own business. I want to start my own thing. I want to do, and Facebook is a great way to let everybody know that.
And you're right. And I'm not talking about that. If you want to broadcast your company, if you want to connect with me to broadcast your company, let's do it. Come be a guest on the show. Just make sure you bring some leadership and positive with you. Okay? Where I'm going with this is I connect with you on Facebook and you start sending me messages that are borderline inappropriate.
Oh.
That's where I'm going with this.
Like,
is we already have 200 mutual connections. So I'm like, great, let's connect. And you send me something that is borderline inappropriate, okay? Or that could be that my wife would consider flirting, okay? And I go hop on, like, this is weird. Like, this is weird. I go hop on your Facebook profile. You're married. You have kids. And it's like, whoa. You need to pump the brakes there because everything you do on social media is being saved. So what is my immediate response to that? Just so you know, and guys, this is why you need, guys and girls, let's just go and just put that out there. This is why you need to have an executive assistant. Okay. This is why you have an executive assistant to help field the weirdness that is on social media. Okay. And I actually just messaged my executive assistant. And I said, listen, you're going to have to help. You're going to have to start taking over Facebook because this is just getting a little too much. Now, the real request is yes, absolutely. You need help on something. I will be here to help you. Right? You have questions. Let me help elevate you. Let me help level you up. But the weirdness needs to stop. And the fastest way I've stopped this is sending the message that says my team is, I own a marketing agency and my team is monitoring my Facebook. And it is amazing how fast.
Oh my gosh. I remember one that was like, oh, bye.
Yes. It was so fast. So fast. Yeah. You know, and maybe you're like, yeah, Nick, I get it, but I really don't want to have, I don't want to have an executive assistant really help me with this. I'm telling you right now, Social Media Torch, $120 a month. Okay. $120 a month gets you an executive assistant that can help field this stuff. And here's what else they'll do. If it's a hot lead, they'll email you and let you know. I love getting emails. Love it. Because I know that is a lead or that's a conversation that I actually want to have. That means that I don't have to spend all that time fielding through messages and all this stuff. No, boom. The person I want to talk to wants to go have a coffee. Perfect. Let's set that up. But what it does is it stops the weirdness, right? Just like a gatekeeper, just like a front desk person, just like an executive assistant, you know, you have to go through the gatekeeper to get to the boss. Right. It stops a lot of that weirdness at the door, but it lets the right people through. That individual, that my executive assistant knows exactly who to let through. Right. Or exactly who to go, Nick, would you like to meet with this person? Right. Or Nick, I understand this person has a sales pitch, but their product looks really good or their service looks really good. And they become that barrier because here's where COVID really changed this. Okay. You no longer go door knocking. Okay. If you come into this office space and you start walking around trying to door knock in this office space, they will escort you out. And we have already been told stories about this. You can't even get to our floor without the key. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. But, you know, people be sneaky, right? People be sneaky. Let's just call it what it is. People sneaky, whatever. Okay. Sneakersons. I don't know. But here we go, right? Now, as an executive, as a business professional, right? And maybe you're not an executive. Maybe you don't own your own business. Maybe you're like, hey, I'm a business manager, or I'm a manager of some sort, or I'm a VP or whatever. But I need someone to take the social media piece off my plate, right? I don't need content. I just want to fill these messages, because every social media platform is measuring you on your response time. Okay. And if you're trying to grow your presence, whether it's on Facebook or LinkedIn, you have to be responding to these messages.
Right.
Even if it's a thumbs up, right? Facebook has that thumbs up thing, and I use it all the time. Right. But if you're on the other end, okay, you need to be aware of what you're typing before you send it. Because more people are going to get an executive assistant to help fill this stuff. One, and two, everything you do is saved. And the way the laws are changing, eventually, whatever you do online will be able to be pulled into court.
Right.
The laws are changing. The laws are catching up to social media. If you say something that is mean, if you say something that could get you into trouble, and here we go, right? I'm not talking about just trouble in business. Hear me on this.
David wants to clone you. I don't know if the world can handle that, David.
You want to know what? You want to know what? I'm really thinking, so David was on here yesterday. I'm going to go on a tangent. And he talked about his brand. And he talked about how he wants to have like a female host like
2 days ago.
Two days ago. Sorry. Yeah. David, I miss you that much, brother. Okay. And I was like, man, like I would love it if David would go live like every day. Like David needs to have his own morning show. He really does. That man would drop it. If you go watch that episode, watch that man just drop knowledge. Okay. But if you're on, okay, so let's go back. Let's go back to everything that you do is being saved. The laws are catching up. Okay. So where the court can now subpoena everything that you've done on social media. Everything. Okay. So let's take this a step further. Let's say you're like, oh yeah, but that doesn't include me. I don't do business on social media. Are you ready? Have you been unfaithful to your spouse? And now they want to file for a divorce.
All of that can be...
All of it.
Taken into...
All of it. Everyone you flirted with online.
Even taking that a step further, like, if they're... Like, you could... Your smartphone is basically a computer. And computers get pulled into court.
Correct.
So, I mean, like, if you're doing something on your phone that you're not supposed to be doing, or... whatever the case may be, like,
sure, but I can go through and I can delete text messages and I can delete apps and things of that nature, right?
But just like a computer, it's stored somewhere. It's
on your iCloud.
On your iCloud. I mean, my phone sends me a report every week of how much activity I've been doing. It knows exactly what apps I'm on and how long I'm on them and what I'm doing and what I'm... It knows. And here we go. And that's it right now. Right now, the law has not caught up to the point where they can use that against you. Eventually, the law will catch up. So you need to be aware of this. And the reason why I say all this is not to scare you. Okay. One, hold on. If you're being bad, stop it. Okay. If you're being bad, stop it. But two, this is why you have an executive assistant now. I have a social media executive assistant, right? And the reason for that is now there's a barrier there that stops Cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs from messaging me. Or if this individual does message me and she knows who she is, she's watching right now. Oh. She knows right now that she's about to be asked, hey, I need you to take over my Facebook. Right? Oh, yeah. Yes, my executive assistant knows. The Cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs person. The Cuckoo for Cocoa. If that person's watching, they know that they're being. Here we go, right? That person may become an example in a presentation or a webinar, but I will absolutely black out their name. Because here's the thing. Once you send it, it's on their screen now. They can control if they delete that. They can control. Yeah, it's not just on you.
You have to be aware of this.
You know, David said that your smartphone is a weapon. I might tweak that a little bit. It's a tool because, like you said, it can be used for good and it can be used for bad. So, you know, just like anything, social media is a tool. How are you using it? Are you using it for good or are you using it for bad?
And it's your choice.
It is.
It's your choice.
Absolutely.
Okay. So, one, if you don't have an executive assistant and you need one, you need to message me so we can get you one. Okay. And just so you know, the people that we use that are in America, they're in Texas. We're not doing it offshore. We're not sending your information. Like you, and that's the other thing, right?
Yes.
Some people go, oh, I have an executive assistant. I do. Great. Where are they? The Philippines. You just gave someone access to your entire life and they're where? They're in China. Whoa. They're in Brazil. Wait a second. Hold on. You just gave your entire life to someone in another country that you've never met. You don't know. You have no KLT. Right. You do not know, like, and trust. No. Stop that. Just stop that right now. You call me. We're going to get you an executive assistant that you can know, like, and trust. That will take care of you. Okay. So understand that. I'm done with that. Let's hop over to something else. You ready?
Let's do it.
Let's do it.
Let's do it.
We're going to talk about parenting. Are you ready?
I'm ready. We still have 3 topics to go.
We have 3 topics to go.
Minutes.
I know, right? And if we don't get to the last one, that's fine. I'm in enough pain already. Okay. And here's why. So SoulCon, right? This week was benchmark week. We're going to do parenting. We're going to do SoulCon, then we'll hop over to parenting. Okay. And I had to do push-ups, max out push-ups in 2 minutes, max out sit-ups in 2 minutes, crush that. Very happy with those numbers. But then it was run a 5K. Nick does not do this running thing.
If you've ever met Nick, you know he does not have a runner's body kind of thing. Like it's, you know, some people just got it. Like my husband,
run.
He's a runner.
Your husband's a runner.
My husband's a runner.
He's a runner.
He's built for running.
He's built for running. I'm built for push-ups and sit-ups. I'm built for push-ups and sit-ups, right? I'm not the endurance guy. Nope. But I did it. It took me 45 minutes. 40. No, but somewhere between 40. Let's just go with 45 because that's the easiest number to round up to. But I did it. I completed it, and I am sore today.
Yeah,
I am sore. But you want to know what?
Sore.
You want to know what?
I'd be sore for probably a week.
I got up this morning. Part of SoulCon is getting up, reading your Bible verses, and doing push-ups. I got up. I didn't do it exactly in that order. I got London up next and got her set up, and then dropped down, got those push-ups out, read that Bible verse, and now here we are.
Doing the push-ups helped kind of your muscles just work out some of that extra soreness? Or did it make them more sore?
I don't know. They're push-ups. I can do push-ups.
Oh.
I love push-ups.
So sorry.
Push-ups and me are friends. Running, not so much.
Oh.
Me and running, not so much. So
Poor
yes.
David's feeling it too.
I know, right? Right? All right, so let's we talk about SoulCon now, and if I'll tell you right now, the first 15 pages of this book will reset your mind. If you're a man, and I am on track. I'm on chapter 4, like we're supposed to be. But I went back and read the first 15 pages, just kind of get the mindset of it. This book was written so well. If you were a man, you need to get this book, find what they call a swim buddy, or create a small team and do this. It will change your life.
Not just a man. If you want to reset any your body, your life, your whatever.
There's so many great things in that book.
Yeah.
So many. And it's funny because the book actually says that this book was made for men. And if you're a woman reading this book, the author very much politely tells you, please stop reading here and go give this to a man and challenge him.
Oh.
And I was like, that I know so many women in my life that I'm like, I'm going to buy this for the wife or the girlfriend. Because I know that if they go challenge their husband or boyfriend, the husband or boyfriend will do this.
But if it comes from you to the man.
Exactly. Like, oh, yeah, right. All right, let's talk about parenting. Parenting
yes.
balance. I'm a positive guy. I am. And if you don't know me, then you don't know me. So whatever, whatever. That's your loss. Just kidding. I'm just kidding. If we don't know each other, let's get to know each other and let's see how we can do life together, right? But I'm a positive guy. But there comes a point where the positive, maybe as a parent, the positive maybe need to switch into a negative. Okay, where the positive reinforcement is no longer working, I need to go to a negative reinforcement to get this child to move forward. But then, and here's where I believe parents fail, is they don't explain it. Okay, so yesterday,
what happened?
Yesterday, a situation happened, and I spanked my kids. Okay. I do spank my kids. I had to give my middle child a spanking. And she did not like it. As a parent, I'm telling you right now, it hurts my heart when I have to go down that direction. Okay. I love being positive. I want to love on my kids and snuggle my kids and give them high fives and tickle them and play with them and be that parent positive role model. But sometimes you have to spank. Sometimes you have to discipline. It's part of parenting. You're not always going to be able to be that positive beacon of light.
You're the parent, not the friend.
Exactly. Right. So I had to spank my child, and it really hurt. It really hurt me, just my soul, right? Because I really struggled with getting to that point. And after her name is Isla, after Isla reset, okay, we had a conversation. And the conversation starts with this: Isla, I need you to apologize. And Isla will apologize. And I will say, Isla, I forgive you.
But does she know why she's apologizing?
Yes, she does. And I'm not sharing the specific situation. Okay.
But, like I'm sorry that I didn't listen to you, or I'm sorry that I chose to throw a tantrum.
There
or
you
whatever
go.
The case may be. Right.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. I'm just thank you for giving that. I'm not giving the exact situation because that's within my family.
Sure.
Right. So that was great. Thank you for that.
Make sure that they understand why they're apologizing and say it. I apologize for doing this, because it makes that connection for the kid of like, oh, I wasn't supposed to do this. Now I need to say I'm sorry for that, because that was wrong.
There you go. Thank you for that. See, perfect. This is why you need a co-host. This is why you don't solo this stuff, right? Learn from us, okay? The second thing is, Isla, I forgive you. Okay? Not it's okay. Don't worry about it. No, the child needs to hear, I forgive you. I'm back on your side again.
Because there is such a different weight that comes with those words.
Right?
Such a different weight. Like, even in my household, I grew up with, it's okay. That's my default of, oh, it's okay. Like, you're sorry. It's okay. Like, yeah, whatever.
Right.
That's kind of like the feeling that you get of like, oh, it's okay. Yeah, sure. Whatever. Fine. But saying the words, it releases you and it releases them.
You nailed it. You nailed it.
It's not just a one-way street of, it's okay. Like, I'm still holding you accountable to this because it hurt me and I'm going to be vendettive about this. Like, no. You say, I forgive you.
I forgive you.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I forgive you. Here we go, right? Say that right now. I forgive you.
I forgive you.
Okay. And what may have happened is someone just went through your mind. You just had an image of someone that you were like, I need to forgive this person. Right. For whatever reason, I don't know. I don't need to know. Right. But I forgive you. Imagine just go back in time a little bit.
Yeah.
A situation where you wronged someone and you said, you want to know what, man, or girl, or whomever it is, I'm sorry.
Right.
And you felt it, right? Like, you were genuinely sorry. And they said, it's okay. Versus if they said, you want to know what? Thank you for bringing that up. I forgive you. Right. And maybe you're at a place right now where that conversation is just never going to happen.
Right.
Great. You want to know what? I forgive you. Okay. I forgive you. And if you're never able to have that conversation, now you can forgive yourself.
Y'all are so sweet. They think we need to write a training manual on parenting.
You want to know what I would be? I would love to do that.
I would love to.
I would do that. But here we go, right?
I'm not great at
Here we go.
I mean,
here we go. Are you ready? Are you ready? If we're going to do a training manual, I want to get a council of 5 to 10 couples.
Oh.
Okay. And let's put together a training manual, a parenting manual, right? And I'll run point on this. But I want those 5 to 10 couples, because we have people like Rosalie, right? Who has raised kids, successful kids, right? Great kids. And then we have people like David Gonzalez, who's in the same position we're in, right? Where we're still raising kids,
Yes.
right? But I'm thinking
To spank or not to spank.
there you go. and that's it, right? I think this would be a great book to write, but from a counsel mentality, right? And I'm thinking like a workbook to go with it.
Right.
Where are you in life? Because here we go, right? Where we're at with what we're learning, there are people in better positions, right? Maybe they got some training on how to.
Sorry, I'm just reading the comments.
Right. And there's some people that are better parents than us, but you want
Yes.
there's also people that are, I need help.
Yes.
And they don't even know that they need to ask for help. So we're going to bring this all the way back, right? So parenting balance. Yes, you need to be that parent of that positive parenting voice, right? But you need to understand that there's a balance when it's okay to, I have to discipline.
Right.
And discipline is not always positive. It's a negative, right? And I didn't say beat your child. I said give the child a spanking. Okay. And then the last part of that was then explain to have the child say, I'm sorry. Okay. And then explain to the child why, so they don't make the same mistake again. Now, are they going to do the same mistake again? If you're a parent, you know that it's not a one-time thing. Parenting is an ever-evolving, repetitive thing.
Yes.
If you don't like repeating yourself 100 million times, do not become a parent. Don't do it.
So true.
Don't do it, because you're going to repeat yourself well over 100 million times saying the exact same thing. And if you have more than one kid, you know, just because you got one up and running, you chose to have more. Well done. So that's going to bring me to this last point, and then we're going to shut down the show for the day. Okay. And I need you to hear me on this.
One thing.
Go ahead.
With the parenting, if you go to that negative aspect, make sure that you aren't doing it out of anger. You need to be calm and collected when you are delivering your discipline, so that it's not associated with that rage. Knowing kids need to know that you can give discipline without crossing that line of anger and control.
Now, sometimes are you going to get frustrated?
Absolutely.
Sometimes might you be angry? Yes. But again, it is a spanking.
Right.
It is not a beating.
Right. But
Okay.
you need to take your deep breath along the way with them.
There you go. There
it's
you go.
not just
And if you failed at that,
you
forgive
apologize.
yeah, and absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely. You apologize to your
the
kids.
kid,
And
yes.
here so we're not going to get to this last part. We're not going to get to the last because no, you brought up a very good point, right? Kids don't always do what you tell them to do. They watch how you operate, how you are as a person, and they mimic that.
Yes.
Copycat.
Yes.
Okay?
And they're
So
Go ahead.
I'm almost done.
Yep.
So if you can apologize, you are teaching them how to apologize.
Yes.
If you are able to apologize and then have your kids say, I'll tell you right now, when I hurt London's feelings because of whatever reason, and she goes, I go, honey, I'm so sorry, for whatever X reason. And she goes, Daddy, I forgive you. Like, it's borderline like, oh my goodness. Like,
Yes.
I almost want
Yes.
to tear up because of the sweetness that comes along with it.
Yeah.
But you as the parent being able to say, I am sorry, I messed up.
I think it's huge for the kids too. This is going to be my last point, but it's huge for the kids when they can come to you and say, Mom, Dad, when you did this, this is how it made me feel. of like being able to recognize that and voice it to you.
Right.
Like, that's huge.
And don't be offended.
Right.
Hear me on this. Hear me on this. When your tiny person comes and says, this is how it made me feel when you did this, don't be offended by it. Now, maybe they didn't take it the right way. Maybe this is another teaching session. Right? But do not be offended. Do not get angry. They just explained to you how they saw it through their little eyes. And hear me on this, okay? And I say hear me on this a lot on this show.
You do.
I do, okay? You getting offended is going to shut that down.
Right.
If that little child or that teenager or that even adult, right? If they come to you and say, when you did X, it made me feel like Y, and you take offense to that, you just shut down that line of communication.
Or you brush it off, or you laugh at it, or you whatever.
Right?
Like,
right? Oh, okay. Well, I didn't realize that what I said affected you like this. Let's sit down and have a conversation about it. Because maybe they took it wrong, right? And maybe you're not the one who needs to apologize. Maybe they didn't see it the way you needed them to see it, right? You know, one of the best things I love about my coaching career, okay, was learning how to say the same thing 500 different ways to connect with all the different kids that I was coaching.
yes.
Okay. So you as a parent need to go, okay, the child did not receive what I said when I said it like this. Let me try to word it like that. And then here we go. You ready for this? Ooh, mind blowing. Have them repeat it back to you.
Because then that's really what they're hearing.
Then exactly. And you want to know what? If they still did not receive it the right way and they still feel like their feelings are hurt, don't say it's okay. Don't say, well, this is about you. No, you want to know what? Go ahead.
Let's try it again.
Let's try it again. Or, hey, I am sorry. Okay. I am sorry that what I said was received that way. Will you forgive me? That they can say, yes, mommy, daddy, I forgive you. You've now removed that blockage, right? You got their brain unstuck from focusing on this negative, and now they can release it. And now you can take that child and move them forward. You can grow them without that negative stigma attached to it. Okay?
Yes.
Now, some people might say, oh, great, Nick, you must be like a perfect parent. No, I mess up a lot. Okay. I have a very loud voice. I've used my voice in sometimes not the most positive ways. Okay. So when I'm speaking to you here, know that this is a person, this is a father who is learning, and I'm working on becoming a better father. And do I apologize to my daughters? I do. So if you sit here as a man of the household and go, oh, I'm not going to apologize to my kids, that is you being stuck where you're at.
Yep.
You need to grow a little bit, and you need to be confident enough to ask for forgiveness.
Here's the thing. Nobody's an expert because we're all going through it for the first time.
Unless you're Rosalie.
Well, yes. But here's the thing. She went through it for the first time with her kids. It was totally different. When she added a kid, she's a mother of 4, she said. When she got to that 4th kid, it's different when you have 3 others. Like, every time you have a kid, it changes the dynamic.
Because every kid is different.
Everything is new, and every kid is different, and every personality is different. And you have to teach them differently, and you have to train them differently, and you have to talk to them differently. And wow. But you're learning the first time with your kids.
There you go.
And it's the other thing that I do with my kids that I probably haven't done in a while. Probably need to go do that. But ask them, say, hey, can you help make mommy better? Can you help make me become a better mommy? Can you help me know when I do things that hurt you? Help me know that, because I'm not them.
That's good. Now, I'm going to pivot on this just for a smil.
It's
just
time
for
to close.
I know.
4 minutes.
I know. I'm going to pivot on this just for a little bit.
Yes.
I am not saying raise weak kids who are so emotionally driven that they cannot man up or woman up or be strong.
Right.
Okay. When we're talking like this, we're advising you as parents to make sure they can communicate. We're not saying let them communicate and now because they can communicate, they can do whatever they want. No, you are still the parent. It is still your job to keep them on the road. It is still your job and you signed up for it. Okay. Whether or not you want to admit to it, you signed up for it. It is your job to keep them on that straight and narrow and to keep them on the lanes and to keep them safe and to grow them.
Right.
Because no one, and any parent in the comments will agree with this, no one is going to love that child the way you do. Okay? No one is. So they need to know that you are on their side and you're not their friend. You are their parent.
Yes.
So with that, now we can get off the show. So guys, thank you guys for the comments. I love all the parenting comments that are in here right now.
Yes,
like this is awesome. This is so awesome. Know that if you're in the comments and you're in the likes and you're in the chat, know that we love you. Know that we're praying for you.
Yes, we are.
And we appreciate you so much. Okay. I really think like maybe a parenting round circle one day. We're going to get more cameras.
Yes.
More cameras, more lights.
Bigger office.
There we go. Right. But know that you're loved and just thank you. And, continue to bring this because yes, Lindsay and I are on the screen, but I guarantee you parents read these comments.
Yes.
Okay. They're going through there. Maybe soon to be parents are reading the comments. Maybe kids are reading the comments going, oh my goodness, that was so different. Maybe they're teenagers reading the comments, right? They're going, man, I wish someone would have helped adjust this. Right. So thank you guys for being in there. Share this. Okay. Be sure to share this to your social media. Okay. If you put a lot of stuff into these comments, I want you to share this into your social media and say, I want you, don't promote me. Don't promote Lindsay, promote yourself. Go read the comments that I left on this show and maybe you will learn something. Ooh. Okay. Because people need this right now. People need this direction. All right. But know you're loved. Thank you guys for being here. Please make sure that you
rise up
and crush it.
Bye,
y'all.